Hey guys, it's Wahima, but just call me Wah. Melanated! Welcome to my recap of A Life After Lockup. This is season 2, episode 50. I don't know the name of it, but wherein Maria acts a whole fool for Michael for no reason. All right, I know might have been a little confusing to those of you who might have gotten an alert that I was starting a little bit earlier, but I didn't know what I was doing at the time, and now I'm crystal clear. Okay. So, hi, Lynn J. I'm going to let everybody get into the room just for a sec. For those of you guys who are not watching this live, I'm very sorry. I haven't done a live in a very long time, so I might not be as good about not looking in the comment section while it's rolling because all my peeps are here and they're coming into the room and I'm kind of digging it. You know, it's been a minute. All right, I'm going to put on a fan because she's already hot. I know it's late. But I was really worried that I wasn't going to be able to get an edited video out for you guys. And I've been doing so well the last couple of weeks that I didn't want to stop my streak of putting out videos. So I decided that I was just going to go live. All the usual suspects are in the room. Thank you guys so much for joining me this late evening. Thanks to those of you who are in Canada, on the West Coast. If you're on the East Coast, God bless you. It's like, what, 1, 9, 10, 11, 12? No, 12. 12. What are you guys doing anyway? You're hibernating, right? You're self-quarantining, right? Teening? Is that a word? Can you quarantining? Because of the coronavirus. I'm really sorry if that is triggering some people. I know there are a lot of people in this world that are stressed out about it. And I imagine if you're in a big city, you're probably... Oh, thank you for the super chat, Fee. I imagine if you're in a big city, you're probably pretty stressed out about it. I am not in that big of a city, so, you know. Okay, so let's not talk about it anymore. Let's talk about what we came here to talk about, the fun, exciting situation that happened in this episode. P.S. You guys, I did my nails. So Madam Glam New York sent me nail polish and I did this is like gel nail polish on my natural nail. And it was super easy to do. I'll have some information down below if you guys want to check out their link. I'd have to find it in my email. It's a whole thing I don't have time for. But I'll put it in afterwards. Okay. Hi, Diva. Welcome. It's her first live. Welcome her to the room, you guys. Welcome her to the room. All right. So let's start talking about this episode. The first couple that we're going to talk about is Angela and Tony. All right, so we leave off where Angela and Tony are getting married as soon as possible, okay? This is day 2, or not day 2. This is 2 days before their Biloxi wedding. They're getting married in Biloxi, Mississippi on the beach, which I don't think I know where Mississippi is because I thought they were landlocked. I don't know that I didn't. Is there a beach? Who knew? All right, so 2 days until they wed. They meet their wedding planner, Tansy, which is a fun name. And Angela is paying for it, and she had to mention that it's been a little stressful. I don't understand why Angela is paying for this wedding when Tony has a job. He can't put $200 towards this. Doesn't he work at the motel? I don't understand why he can't put a little bit towards this wedding. Why is she having to pay for everything? So they get there and Tansy is going over the placements of the bride's party and the groom's party. And Tony drops a bomb on Angie. He blindsides her, tells her about his homeboy, Andre, who is an ex-con. And of course, Angie does not want Tony to hang out with this person. So Angela pulls Tony to the side and she's like, Tony, you think that you're going to have this ex-con? Who is this friend? You have never told me about it. And Tony was like, you expect me to not have anybody here for me? Tony is such a whiner. Every time I hear him speaking, it feels like he's just whining. Like he's a big baby, a whining ass baby. And so it's just she is like, I don't want you hanging out with ex-cons. That's a surefire way for you to go back to prison. I don't know if that's part of if he's on parole and that's part of his parole. Not quite sure what's going on with Tony's situation. But it turns out that Andre was a drug dealer. And obviously that's going to be a problem for Angela because Tony has a problem with excess and saying no and impulse control, And so if he's around somebody who used to be a drug dealer, who knows? But finally, Angela acquiesces and she decides that it's okay for Tony to have some people there or a person there that, is from his heart, from one of his friends, some people there of his, because I guess his people couldn't make it out to Mississippi for whatever reason for his wedding, which is weird. You would think somebody from his family would be able to make it, but no such luck for Tony. And it turns out that the last time Tony was married, he was 16 years old. And he didn't have a bachelor party, obviously, because he was a minor. But I want to know about that marriage at 16. I want to know who agreed to that. Because I thought he was from the West Coast. And I mean, his family would have had to say yes, right? I wanted more information. That was a little bit of a doozy of information, of a bombshell on us. And I just needed a little bit more info when it came to that. So they have a bachelor party, and it is Andre and Tommy. And Tommy is sent there as Angela's little spy. And woo, girl, let me tell you about snitching ass Tommy, okay? So Andre is trying to show his boy Tony a good time. They sit down, and at first, it seems like everything's going to be cool. But then Tommy tries to give Tony some kind of words of wisdom when it comes to dealing with Angie. He's like, look, you're not going to do my girl Angela like that because I love her. And Andre is like, well, what do you mean? Like, what's your relationship with Angela? Like, that's just your homegirl? And Tony's like, no, he's in love with Angela. And Andre is like, uh-oh, okay, am I going to have to step in here and do some best man duties? Am I going to have to represent for my boy Tony? Okay. Is he going to have to? What just happened in my face? Is he going to have to? Because, Andre was ready. And Tommy is just, sitting there kind of like, yeah, you guys are, threatening me or whatever, but I'll show you. So Andre gets Tony some strippers right there at a strip club. But he gets Tony his special strippers. So 2 cop strippers come over and they arrest Tony. And they have pulled Tony to the side to have him a little dance, right? The dance doesn't seem that extra'd out to me. It seems very tamed. The girls have stockings on. He's allowed to touch them for whatever reason in Mississippi, girl. I don't know. That's not the way it is out here, girl. You gotta sit on your hands. Can't be touching these strippers, And Tommy, snitching ass Tommy, finds out where Tony is and rolls up in the bushes. Well, not in the bushes, but in banks of seating, and he's like, boop, and is just recording Tony with the stripper. Okay, then he sends it off to Angela. Angela gets this text message with a video of Tony getting a lap dance from a stripper, and she's like, hell no, I just got a text message from Tommy. Oh, let it focus. Come on, camera, focus. I just got a text message from Tommy showing that Tony's getting a stripper. Now, why in the hell would Tony go to a strip club when you know he has impulse control? So she hops in her car, leaves the hotel or whatnot, gets to the strip club. By then, Tony's already done with his lap dance. He's already back with Tommy and Andre, just sitting there sipping drinks. She walks up and she's like, Tony, get out. Get out of this strip club. You know you're not supposed to be in here. You have a problem with impulse control. And Andre, with his one gold tooth at the bottom, is just like, well, guess this party's over. I don't know what is happening in Andre's mouth, but what I do know is there is a shiny ass gold tooth right here. I don't know if there's any more teeth. I don't know if there's just no teeth on the side of it. I don't know if it's just the way the light was hitting it. But it was a lot happening in that man's mouth, and I just wanted to see what was going on. And we couldn't tell. So Angela gets Tony out, and it's just like, that's his bachelorette party. He got his little dancing, and it was good. And Tommy, Tommy was just nowhere to be found afterwards. As soon as Angela got there, Tommy was just like, and I was like, Tommy, where you go? Tommy, where did you go, sir? And he was just like, that's what y'all get for threatening me. He didn't say that, but I felt like that's what was going on. He was like, oh, okay. Y'all gonna double team me? Huh. I got something for you. Tommy was just there as Angela's spy, and he did his job. He is waiting to step into Tony's role as soon as Tony messes up. Tommy's going to be in the wings. But little does Tommy know that Angela literally does not want to have sex with him. At all. Andre was just an interesting character. He was an interesting character. You know, Tommy was like, I think it's important that I'm here. I think it's important that I'm here to watch Tony for Angela. Angie baby. Okay, anyways, so that's the end of that. There's 130 people in here on a Saturday night at 9:30 and only 35 likes. My feelings are hurt. Can we get some thumbs up? Can I get some love if you're in this room? Oh, Adrian! Thank you so much for the super chat. Hi, how are you? Okay, 45 likes. We're almost there. 51 likes. I feel you guys. I know you forgot, but go on ahead and give this video a thumbs up. So anyone who is searching for YouTube videos to watch about life after lockup will be able to find this video. It's really going to help my algorithm and whatnotters. I got a lot of moderators in the room right now. We got Lynn J, we got Quasimodem, we got me, Shannon, 3 of you guys doing the Lord's work, and I want to thank you. Thank you guys. Oh, and we got Tiana in the house. Okay. All of the moderators. All right, so 68 likes. I appreciate you. 132 people in this room. We can get some more likes. That'd be great. All right, you guys. So let's jump on to the next couple. The next couple that we're going to talk about is Lacey, Sean, and Shane. All right. So where we pick off is Lacey is full on into adultery. She is just like jumped in the pool of adultery. She doesn't think so in her mind because she feels like she hasn't been intimate with Sean. But the truth is that she has. She's already been intimate with him enough, right? So she's still upset about Shane cheating or having sex with someone else while I guess he was hanging out at his family's house. You know, there was a moment when Shane got out of prison where he wasn't with her and he was like off at his people's house and she was deciding whether or not she was going to choose between him or John. So I understand like why that could have happened. And, you know, she's in the car with Sean and Sean is driving her car with no seatbelt on. And he's like, so when are you getting this dude out of your house? It was really irresponsible for you to marry this guy. You don't know him. He came straight out of prison. And I was like, boop, boop, boop. John is calling the kettle black for real, though. But then I really thought about it. And I was like, you know what? John and Lacey have a long history. So John being in prison has nothing to do with the scenario in which Lacey is find herself in with Sean. And I bet you from his perspective, taking off the fan, I bet you from his perspective, it does feel like she's making erratic moves. Because they've always had this like contentious, like back and forth sort of relationship. Sure, not a one of her 3 children are his, but they've known each other from high school. And that kind of bond really is kind of hard to break, I think, especially if you're still in the same area that you were in when you were in high school, right? She seems like small town to me, even though they're not really on Virginia Beach. There's something very small town about the way she seems. So these 2 yuck bucks are in the car with the windows up, smoking cigarettes, and they're having conversation, and he's just like, hurry up and get Shane out, hurry up. And Lacey's like, I've been trying to. And John's like, I know you haven't been trying to. If you guys aren't fighting, that means that you guys aren't really doing anything to dismantle this relationship. And she started to get weird and like fake cry. And he's like, I'm really sorry to put pressure on you, but I just know you. And I know you're going to try to balance us both for as long as you can. And she's like, that's not what's happening. Mom, John, don't say that to me, Sean. And I'm just like, yeah, that is exactly what's happening. She doesn't really want to break up with Shane. Like or there's like, I think she just kind of wants to hurt him or something, you know? And maybe also because she did get her kids involved. She did marry him. They do live together. So it's not just going to be as easy as just kick the guy out, you know? So John ends up apologizing to her because she like fake cries. And then she gets home and creates the weirdest fight I've ever seen. This old yuck butt is sitting in his bed, Shane. I don't know if he's still wearing the clothes that he wore to work, or if it's just that hot in Florida, which I believe that it is, or they don't have air conditioning, or a combination of the two. But this man is sitting in bed, smoking a cigarette, playing video games with the pittiest of pit stains. And I'm just like, can you shower, sir? You are on TV. So she gets there and she starts like stomping around the bedroom, lips all poked out because they're just naturally that way because of the fillers. She's like, get your stuff. And he's like, what the hell is happening now? What's going on? We were just fine this morning. And she's like, we weren't fine this morning. I want you to get your stuff and leave. And he's just like, okay, like, what's going on, Lacey? Like, let's have a conversation because all of a sudden you come in here with big attitude and I don't understand what's going on. And she starts to like, you're phony. You're phony. And I'm like, girl, is that all you have to say is that he's phony? Why can't you just be like, you know what, Shane, I've been thinking about it all day today, and the fact that you cheated on me is really bothering me, and I want you to leave. I'm sorry. I can't do this. I want you to leave. No, she has to like get a Tupperware, not a Tupperware. She has to get like a plastic thing and start throwing his clothes and his socks in it, and then calling him phony over and over again as though like that's going to explain what's going on. And then she stomps outside as though Shane is doing something to her. And then Shane sees John because John is still there. And, he's going to have that famous line where he walks in and he's like, yeah, little boy, daddy's home. And I'm just like, whoa, so gross. I mean, but a part of me like thinks that he has a point. A part of me does. Okay. Next couple. So the next couple that we're going to talk about is Tracy and Clint. All right, so we find out some interesting things in this episode. So where we left off last time is Clint is outside of his house trying to get in, and Tracy ends up opening the front door for him. He goes into the house, and she's got a hanger. She's got a bunch of hangers in her hand filled with a lot of clothes, and she's just like, I'm cleaning, so you can go on ahead and get out. And then we get a little bit of a pan of the living room. It looks like she did come in and clean up a bit. We can tell that one of the sofas doesn't have a leg on it. It's kind of leaning to the side. And, I'm always looking at the decor. And so it turns out that she's come back to move out, to take her stuff and go because she's upset with Clint about Clint trying to force her to go to rehab. And then we start to see another side of Clint. We start to see a side of him that, at least for me, can understand why Tracy is so triggered. Clint is not good at helping somebody get clean. He just keeps calling her an addict and keeps saying things that isn't helping at all. Then she tells him to get away from her. He gets on the phone to call his mother. And this is where I'm like 100% on Tracy's side. If they're going to have an argument, then let them just have an argument. But for him to call Alice and then put Alice on speakerphone, what is Alice going to do? What do you think that putting the person on the phone who didn't even want Tracy in her house is going to do for Tracy and help her to be, I don't know, somebody that wants to go to rehab? I don't understand. It feels very irresponsible. Like, it just feels like a child's reaction. I'm calling mom. Mom, Tracy doesn't want to go to rehab, and she's doing all this stuff because she's being selfish. She doesn't love me as much as I love her. Nothing that he is saying is getting through to Tracy. So she's just like, you know what? You just see me as an addict. You just see me as an addict, a crazy bitch that's ruining your life. And I don't want to be that person for you, Clint. So I'm just going to go. And I get it. I get why she's doing that. And he starts to punch himself in the head. And he has some kind of like whip or like stick thing. It looks like, the stick that you hit a horse with, the little crop. It looks like a crop without the little leather on the end. And so she, at some point, tries to take it from him, I think, and then he starts to punch himself in the head. And if I were her, I'd be like, see, I can't, I'm not dealing with this. Like, I have my own problems. I'm obviously a drug addict, but I'm not dealing with somebody who's socking himself in the head. This is weird. So she gets up and she's like, fine, I'm the one with the problem. I'm the person that's causing all the issues. Fine, I'm the crazy bitch, like whatever. You just see me as an addict and you just want like whatever. And so I am now starting to like see why Clint is not good for Tracy, because he's not helpful. So then he follows her into the bedroom, calls his mother. This is the point where he calls his mother. And he ends up hanging up with his mother afterwards, after saying all those triggering things. And then she starts to look for pictures and like starts to collect her things. She wants to take the dog, and he's like, "No, you can't have the dog. That's my dog, and I miss him." So I guess that's upsetting for her too. And she's like, "Did you take the picture of the ultrasound?" And I'm like, "Ultrasound?" And he's like, "No, I didn't take the picture of the ultrasound." And she's like, "That's something seems like something you would just throw away." And he's like, "Oh no, I didn't. I didn't throw. You literally threw him away." And I was like, shots fired. Like, yo, I do not care how much of a drug addict Tracy is. I don't care that she took his car and bounced for 2 days. I just don't care because at that point, I'm now seeing her life crystal clear. I was wondering what triggered her and made her go back on drugs. Now, I don't know if this works. I don't know. I mean, I don't know that this is what happened. But if Tracy at some point after getting out of prison when she was like, oh, so skinny, got pregnant and then made a choice to have an abortion, which was the right choice, in my opinion. Because if Tracy, I don't know that having a kid with a man who punches himself in the face is like attached to his mama's hip and a woman who was strung out on drugs for, 25 years of her life is in a position to possibly have a kid. But it hurts nonetheless. And she says that her and Clint made a decision to not have the baby because they financially weren't, things weren't right. And I thought it was a smart choice, but it had to hurt either way it goes. And for him to say that to her is really a low blow. It really is. I mean, it really, really, just a low, 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 low. Like I can absolutely see if that triggered her to get back on meth or crack or whatever. And for him to not be supportive of that and the aftermath. Mm-mm. So Tracy, in the end, does decide to go to rehab and they end up hugging it out. But this is a really toxic relationship that they both don't need to be in. Clint can't help her. He needs help for himself. Also, he already has 2 kids and she already has a child that she's not taking care of. They don't need to be having no babies at all. Especially that man just punched himself in the face. Absolutely not. At first, I was like, why is he punching himself in the face? Is he trying to punch himself in the face so that he can call the police and say that she did it? I don't trust Clint at all right now. It's crazy. Ooh, girl, that was low blow. Ooh, 229 people in this room right now? Y'all self-quarantining too from the coronavirus at home? 91 likes or 91 thumbs up. You guys go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Thumbs up this video. Do I need to sing a song that I didn't make up? I will. Here we go. Thumbs, 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 thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. I said thumbs, 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 thumbs it up. Hey, give this video a thumbs up. A video thumbs up. Thumbs, 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 thumbs it up. I can hear how it's supposed to sound in my head, and I could just never emulate it. All right, so let's talk about the next couple. What are you guys saying about Tracy and Clint? Any guys? Coronation to 2020. Thanks Ashley for the hearts. Those are really beautiful hearts. They're really vibrantly purple. Let me go back to see. What did Hot Cocoa Bang Bang say? Let's see. Tracy and Clint aren't fun to watch and I wish they wouldn't show them anymore. Oh, yeah. Clint's got kid. He's a kid mentally. Yeah, Vicky, he does. He has a child with that woman who used to be his manager. Clint enjoys throwing blows at Tracy. Remember, he threw her prostituting in her face. He did. She was a prostitute. I mean, well, I imagine you gotta when you're on drugs like that. At some point, you do it. Clint is unstable, emotionally stunted, and hard to watch. Clint is a big daddy's boy. I mean, mama's boy. Yeah, it is sad. Dating doula. Clint's been a dirtbag. He's failed to launch drug-addicted mama's boy who wants to feel better about his awful life by condescending and helping, in quotes, a woman he thinks is less than him. Okay, dating doula. You might have a good read there. You might have a good read there. I don't know. I think Clint is an only child. It seems like he is. I mean, if I were his dad, I'd be real sad if that was my only son. All right. So the next couple that we're going to talk about is Brittany and Marcelino. Okay, so we are hot off the heels of Brittany leaving the house after Marcelino lied to her, and she ends up driving to the prison to hang out with Amanda, who we haven't seen in a while since Sasha's arraignment or her sentencing. And they're sitting in the back of a truck, and she's like, "I need to talk to my best friend / ex-girlfriend." Excuse me. And so, she gets it all out. We find out that Brittany's parents, not only did they have alcohol problems, but the dad had gambling problems. And she talked about the fact that Marcelino lied to her really hurt her because it made her think of her childhood, and she doesn't want that for her kids. She doesn't want a situation where he's gambling and he gets out of control and then he begins to lie to her. And which is completely sound thinking. And she says that she'll pick up and leave. Like, she doesn't feel any qualms about it. She's not going to put her kids through anything just to stay with Marcelino. She's not going to put her kids through what she went through. And even though she's pregnant and she'll have 3 kids, one on the hip, one in the belly, and one holding a hand. And it would be pretty scary, but that, she's just really disappointed in Marcelino. And Amanda's there to hear her and support her. And she's like, "I really want to talk to Sasha," and Bunky's in the prison. And they're just like yelling, "Tell Sasha we love her." And I guess it just makes her feel good to be on the outside looking in, to know how long or how far she's come. And I guess there's something cathartic about it. Was it a little weird? Yes, especially because they were on the side of the road off of a freeway. It's like a freeway. Like, pulling over on the side of the freeway is never a fun experience, but let alone on purpose just to yell at the prison. I thought there was another place she could have stood, like wherever it is that Marcelino used to stand. But I love the fact that Brittany is so with it. And it's just nice to have Brittany and Marcelino, even though they're kind of boring and it feels a little made up. It's nice to have a couple that's actually doing well. It's nice to see a couple that's actually thinking through and communicating and like has a house and it all turned out okay, even though she was like on meth and she had crazy situation with Tito. It's just nice to see like goodness, And so after that, she goes home and Marcelino makes a point to say that it's 2 a.m., which I don't believe it's 2 a.m. I don't believe she left those babies that long. And they're sitting out in the backyard with a fire going, and they're sitting apart from each other. And she very clearly and very plainly explains to him why she's upset. And he says to her, "Even if you had lied to me, I would have never disrespected you like that by throwing water on you and leaving, or throwing beer on you in your bed and like doing all that stuff," which I agree. She didn't actually apologize to him for that, but she did give her reasonings why. He gave his reasonings saying that he feels a lot of pressure to be everything. A year and a half ago, he was living in a studio apartment by himself, and all of a sudden now he has a full family and a lot of responsibility. And she says, "I don't expect you to be perfect. I don't expect you to get it right. I definitely don't expect you to lie to me. Never lie to me. Never lie." Amanda even tells her just to check the accounts to see where they're at. And she's like, "I don't even think about checking the accounts." And I'm like, oh, that's the kind of marriage I want. Where you just don't even think about checking because you just know your boo got you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really, really like their relationship. And I love that he said, "I wouldn't have hit you." And I call it fair, I think I would have liked to hear her apologize for hitting him. She did. I mean, she might have, and they just didn't show it. But like, I think it's important, I think it's important. And go to the side real quick. What does this say? Never hit anyone and expect not to get hit back. Man, woman, non-binary, any gender identity doesn't matter to me. Vicky Secret says Brittany ain't trying ain't trying to using him. She don't work. He don't. I don't know what's happening. Hold on. Anyways, so yeah, like it was a good moment. I mean, they're just so adult, and I appreciate it. So adult, and I appreciate it. Okay. So, oh my God, did I blaze through everybody? Because we didn't have any Lamar and Andrea in this episode, besides a little snippet of them talking about having sex in prison. All right, so the last couple that we're going to talk about is the throuple, wherein we see Michael have a full-blown panic attack, like a full-blown, I had to watch it 3 times to understand what was going on. So we have Sarah who showed up at the hotel, which sets Maria off. Okay. It sets her off. And she is yelling at Sarah. And Sarah, at first I thought maybe her intentions were pretty decent, but nah, Sarah came there to get a reaction and to start drama. It really wasn't there for Aviana's sake. If it was, she wouldn't have said all the things that she said to Maria. She was calm though. Up until a certain point, it was Maria that was getting hype. And it was Michael who was begging Maria to go inside, right? So they're yelling back and forth. Sarah almost tells Maria that she's had sex with Michael. Michael's trying to stop that from going on. Maria's just saying all this stuff to Sarah that's super unnecessary. Like, Maria is just real ghetto. Like, you know what I'm saying? I wish Megan was there to pop up and be like, it's your class, ho. You know, and when Michael said that he was dating Megan because he feel like she could elevate him, I mean, here is the truth, Ruth. That would have never been Megan, okay? Maria and Megan is just as far. It's like he just went from one extreme to the other. He went from Megan to Maria, and Sarah is somewhere in the middle. But don't worry, Sarah's there with her black scent, okay? It comes out. So they're yelling at each other. And then here come the good old bold Best Western employee was like, shut up. You're disturbing our customers. And that sent Michael off. Michael was like, you're not going to come out here and yell and tell anybody that I'm with to shut up. Okay, we are paying customers. We have paid to be here yelling in front of y'all's establishment, so you need to back up. Now that that hotel worker was dead wrong. He came whole out of pocket because of this. Now, I know Rochester, New York is not New York City, but I know they got some ghetto folks in there, so I don't even know why. He ghetto himself coming out there yelling, telling him to shut up, like they're just nothing. No. That hotel worker needs to be fired. I don't care what was going on. You don't come out and tell no customer at any time, shut up, ever in your life. So then Michael got buck and was in that man's face. Oh, so you know they called the police. You know they probably called the police before he even came out and said shut up. So then all of a sudden Sarah's like, they called the police, Michael. They called the police, Michael. Get in my car. Get in my car and let's go. Let's go. Michael, get in my car. And Maria's like, no thanks, no thanks. I got it. All of a sudden, producers come in. They're holding Michael. Michael's like, don't touch me. Don't touch me. I mean, Michael has a panic attack. At first, I was like, is he being for real? I had to rewind it because he was like, don't touch me. And Maria was like, no, kept touching him. And he was like, Maria, don't touch me. Don't nobody touch me. Nobody touch me. Sarah pulls up the car. Skirt. Get in the car, Michael. Get in the car. She's trying to have her whole Bonnie and Clyde moment. Get in the car, Michael. Get in the car. Come on, we gotta go. Let me take you back to these, we gotta go. And he's not getting in the car with anybody. A van pulls up, it's a producer, he gets into that car, and Maria's like, nah, Sarah, you can go. She's still steady yelling at her. And Michael's freaking out because he's like, I'm gonna get arrested for something that I did not even do. So he's now really worried about going back to prison. Okay? Real worried about it. And producers are trying to get him out of there too. Everybody's just like, they got like 3 cameras on them. And everybody's just like, yo, calm down. Michael is just, by the time he gets into that van, Maria's just rubbing on his chest like she got some Vicks Vapor Rub on her hand, like trying to calm him down. He's just huddled in the corner. He's just like, Sarah showed up. And then I got her yelling. And I just said, and I don't want to play. Like, girl, I was just like, wow, a lot just occurred. And Sarah was so hurt that he didn't get in the car with her. She's still standing there talking about, I can't believe he chose her over his family. I can't believe it. He just literally left me right here now to go home and tuck up them babies right now. He just literally left me right here to go home and tuck in them babies right now. And I was like, Sarah, the black scent is real strong. It is real strong, okay? And before they get into the car and leave Maria and Michael, Maria is like, bye, bitch. See you in court, boo-boo. Now, Maria is just wrong for that. She's wrong and she's petty. But you know what I heard? And I'm going to go to Starcasm right now because I don't know where they got this tea. So I saw something on the gram wherein they're talking about Maria and how I guess she used to rob old people. Like Maria got a little bit of a rap sheet herself. So I wonder what's going on. Ooh, there's a Life After Lockup update on Scarcasm. Let me read it to you guys. Clint Brady update. Living in Ohio near friend Genevieve, diagnosed as bipolar. Marijuana is his true goddess. Divorcing Tracy ASAP. Clint and his goddess Tracy broke up weeks ago, and the fallout from their split has played out in a vicious feud on social media. Oh, Latu, thank you so much. Thank you for the super chat. Clint, who is currently in Ohio, where he was rumored to be shacking up with a fan named Genevieve. Genevieve is, a fan? Girl, what? Absolutely not. Recently did an interview to clarify exactly what was going on in his life. A wide range of topics covered includes Clint's relationship with Genevieve, his recent bipolar diagnosis, his sobriety, and whether or not he plans to divorce his former goddess, Tracy. All right, let me look more to see. You guys are saying you saw her mugshot. I don't know. I want to know what's going on with Maria. She still is a prostitute. Maria's a prostitute? Yes, I saw that interview on YouTube. Oh, look at this. Love After Lockup, Michael's girlfriend, arrest history. Sarah furious at Maria over deleted photos with daughter Rain. Oh my God, let's read this. Okay. Life After Lockup star Michael Simmons and his girlfriend Maria have something in common that his other two ladies don't. Experience behind bars. Ooh. Check out Maria's arrest history, which includes multiple prostitution charges. Plus, read Sarah's angry response after Maria posted and deleted a photo in bed with Michael and Sarah's youngest daughter, Rain, that included a caption taunting Sarah for being a bad mom. Okay, so then my question is, she said that Maria will never be around her kids over her dead body, but that doesn't seem to be the truth, Mama. Oh, what's going on? This is all starcasm.net, you guys, so don't forget to go and check them out. Okay, so we've got a mugshot of her with blonde braids, which I've seen her with the blonde braids before. If you didn't know, Maria can sing as well as Megan and certainly doesn't share children with Michael like Sarah, but Maria does have an advantage. Okay, we already said that. That's right. Maria is looking for a little love after lockup herself. Maria Figuera has been arrested multiple times in the Miami-Dade County over the years, including more than one charge of prostitution, and her dabbing with the wrong side of the law isn't something resigned to her distant past, as she was busted as recent as November 2019 after allegedly assaulting someone over the age of 65. Woo, here's a full timeline of her charges. 2004, petty larceny and theft. 2005, trespassing. 2007, prostitution. 2008, prostitution. 2009, prostitution. 2019, battery on a person over 65 years of age. And then they have mugshots. It appears that adjudication was withheld on all of Maria's charges before 2010, and she cleared them from her record in June 2010 after completing probation. She was also hit with fines and court fees. Ooh. Do, 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 do. Ooh, she does have a picture. Her name is Pretty Maria Sarah, Pretty Maria 7. She's such a bundle of joy talking about the baby rain. I hope she enjoyed her B-day and gifts. And then at Sarah Simmons, stop playing roles you cool with the shits. Thank you for sharing. You don't deserve those girls. Hopefully they don't follow in your footsteps. I feel bad for fans. You're a disappointment. First of all, listen, I don't care what you. I don't care who. I'm 100% on Sarah's side for that. Not absolutely not. Nope, absolutely not. Don't be laying up with my child and then come for me. Uh-uh. Whew. This is Sarah's response. A lot of you want me to respond to Maria's latest IG post. Yes, I've seen it. And I wasn't happy. I won't tolerate a grown woman using my child in a post just hoping to get at me. That's straight trash. I spoke to her myself, making it clear I'll never respect her or be cool with her after that one. She tried to apologize because she knows she was wrong, but I won't ever forgive someone for using my innocent 1-year-old to attack me on social media. Exactly, girl. That's ridiculous. So, anyways, Sarah was real upset. She had to go tuck in her babies by herself. And, Michael and Maria went off into La La Land together. I was watching that live with Megan, and Megan was just saying that she's really glad and she dodged a bullet. But I'm like, Megan, you stayed in it for 3 years too long. You know what I'm saying? Y'all talked for 2 years. You stayed in it for 3 years too long. Like, mm-mm. All right, you guys. So that is the end of this episode. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to hopefully try to get an edited video out, but I probably won't because I still have the 90-Day Fiance that's coming on tomorrow to edit and get out. There are 332 people in this room. If you guys want to stick around, we can kiki some more. I'm going to be in the comment section. But those of you guys who are not watching this live, that's the end of this video. All right. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to be you, be true, and find your place. Bye. All right. And for those of you guys who are here, what's up? 136 likes. Can I get more likes? Because there's 330 you guys in this room. Give this video a thumbs up. Yeah. 42 minutes. That's a long time to be talking about them. Andrea is from Cali, not Utah. I thought she was from Texas. Sarah better watch out. She's going to get a beating. Maria have the nerve to say, we got lawyers to Sarah. Go pay your public defender and sit down. Ooh, Bratty B, come through. Maria was wrong for that post. She absolutely was. Rosando, do you think she intended to get pregnant that night? I mean, I wouldn't put anything past Sarah. We don't know. She might be pregnant. I did see that little bit of sneak peek where she had a pregnancy test. Hot Cocoa Bang Bang says, I blame Michael for that post, and that should get his visitations limited. I agree. Michael is a bum. You are absolutely correct. You are absolutely correct. He is a bum-cito. Rach said, do you think Sarah is pregnant again? I don't know. Oh, thanks, Vea. Do the thumbs up song. Thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. I said thumbs it up. I can't do it. I hear it. Yay. I'm going to have to practice it. Could you and Chris do a live reaction to the season finale? Probably not. I'm sorry, Opinionated Mac. I'm rolling solo dolo for this season of these things. So it's been usually me pushing Chris to do YouTube because I feel like it's an easy thing to do. But I'm going to stop. I got to worry about myself. I lost my YouTube channel between December, January, and February. So I really cannot be worried about Chris. So she grown. Let's see. Nicole Taylor says when Andre is talking to Tommy, I was like, "Ooh, he doesn't know what he really means. Calm down, Tommy." Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Hot Cocoa Bangman says, "I need to know how and why Megan ended up with the likes of Dry Ponytail Michael." She started writing him. She says that's her friend. She knew Michael's cousin and was like, "Here, write my cousin. He needs somebody to write to." And she was like, "Okay." And then they started from there. Rach says, "To be quite honest, as a Black woman, I'm just happy Megan is living her life in Texas and not in this trash." Yeah, yeah, I agree. Tammy says Sarah rolled up to the hotel thinking she was about to encounter another Megan and found a whole Maria. Exactly. Shannon S says, "You guys okay? You and Farah, that is." Oh, yeah, we're fine. Me and Chris. Opinionated Max says, "I miss you and Chris singing thumbs up together." Oh. um, yeah, I haven't done a live in a minute. I really kind of stopped doing, not kind of stopped doing YouTube. My job makes it harder for me to do videos. And it wasn't until my sister was like, "You need to be more consistent because you're not consistent." And I was like, "What are you talking about? I'm doing videos." And then I got my little YouTube check and I was like, "Oh, she's not doing videos." And so went back and I looked and I'm like, "Wow, I really only posted 4 videos the entire month of February." And then what did I do in January? Wow. 5? Like, it was bad. So I need to just like really zone in and focus and get this stuff done. It's just hard because, you work 5 days a week and then you're 2 days off, you're filming and editing. It's just like, I wish I had one day, you know? But my 2 days off happened to follow on 90 Day Fiance days. So it's hard. And there's another 90 Day Fiance coming out soon, I think. It's not What Now, it's something else. Is it the other way, or is it something else? It's another 90 Day Fiance that's coming out in April. So it's about to speed up for me a lot. And I want to do like more comedy videos like I used to do in 2018. And so it's just a lot, you know? It's a lot that I'm really trying to focus on and just like get my shit out there and like be consistent for me because I lost my consistency. And so I cannot like deviate from my thing. So I'm helping Chris on Monday with something, and that's gonna kind of bite into my love after my 90 Day Fiance time. So I'm trying to figure out how I can still watch 90 Day Fiance tomorrow, film and edit the video. I don't know when, because I'm gonna basically be with Chris all of Monday. So I think my sister's gonna have to help me edit it. So I think after 90 Day Fiance goes off, at like 10 p.m., child, I got to put these lights on, put some makeup on, and film my recap, and then leave the raw footage with my sister on Monday to kind of do some preliminary editing. And then Monday night, when I'm done, I can come home and edit it and get it out. I'm hoping. It's a lot of work. Does anyone know what happened to Nikki P? I had to unsubscribe. Oh, you don't have to unsubscribe to her. She just got really busy with school and then life. So for her, this was just like fun. And it just, and she wants to come back and she misses it a lot. I reached out to her on Instagram the other day. I was like, "Where the hell have you been?" But she just got really bogged down with school and life. And it was like the holidays and stuff. So Angie says, "Did you see that Lamar and Andrea have known each other since high school?" Oh, no. Interesting. Hmm. Seahawks say same thing that happened to them cowgirls, Gone with the Wind. Um, Tammy says, "I know what happened to her?" Question mark. I'm just what? Because Lauren posted about. I don't know. I'm lost now. Um, I'm lost in the conversation. Chris is talking about doing a live. Oh, if she is, then yeah, definitely go check her out. I like Lamar. Lamar reminds me of like a family member. That's why I like him. He's like a big cousin, except for he's not that much older than me. He's not. Yeah, he's only like 5 years older than me. He's not that much older than me at all. But I do like him. Um, let's see. Michelle Mybell. Yeah, you're late, girl. Just start this whole thing over again. Lamar is one of my favorites. He is. Where did you see that about Lamar and Andrea knowing each other? Oh, I didn't say that. Who said that? Someone else said that. Opinionated Max says, I'm starting to think that this season of 90 Day is starting out to be trash. The only two couples that are interesting are Ed and Rosemary and Lisa and Uzman. You're right. But actually, I kind of like that. Like, I like it when there's like boring couples because then I just speed through them. Also, I was watching, what was I watching? Oh, Project Runway, and there was a woman from Moldova on Project Runway, and I was like, Andre! And then I saw the baby of Andre and I saw the picture of Andre, Eleanor, and Libby, and that baby looks just like Andre. Professional Patient says, Andrea is too crazy. She adds a little bit of spice. She is crazy as extra. I'm so sad Lamar let his woman hit him like that. I mean, she's crazy. He's like, man, he felt assaulted. That's what she did. She assaulted him. Michelle got the notification on my phone, just allowed it to happen. Wow. I don't understand. I'm excited to see Lamar and Andrea because I want to see the vote that happened. They're supposedly voting to see who goes where. So I'm like, all right. I wonder if the kids are going to choose Lamar or they're going to choose to stay in Utah. I'm real interested in that. Tiana, you got to see the episode of him being assaulted. He's like, so are you going to apologize for assaulting me? And Andrea's like, I didn't assault you. I'm like, Andrea, do you understand what the word assault is? Because you 100% assaulted him. I bet the kids hate Utah. I mean, I don't know. It depends on what their experience has been like outside of Utah and in Utah. Like, Nyla might be exotic in Utah. They won't go against their mom. I don't think so. I don't think they will either. I think they should choose a neutral place. I was thinking they could go to Texas. Cost of living is in line with Utah. There are Mormons there. There are Black people there. There's all the things that they want. All right, you guys. Well, I think that's it. That's all we're going to get to today. I want to thank you guys so much for joining this live. Don't forget me. It is now 10:12. You guys have been perfect. It's been real fun. Does anyone have any last minute things to say before I say my final goodbyes? All right. You guys have been great. I want to thank you guys so much for watching me. I want you guys to have a magical week. And I hope you guys have a nice, relaxing Sunday. All right. Remember to be you, be true, and find your place. Bye.